You ever seen one of those area maze puzzles and think, whoa, that looks like some heavy math? Well, guess what? It's not. It's actually a really fun logic puzzle that's just pretending to be about math. So let's dive in and crack this thing together.
Okay, so here's our first case. We've got this big rectangle, right? And it's split into 4 smaller boxes. We know the areas of 3 of them, 13, 26, and 15. But that one in the bottom right corner, well, that's our mystery.
So there's the big question staring us right in the face. What is the area of that 4th rectangle? Now, it might look like we don't have enough information to solve it, but trust me, we totally do. We just need the right set of tools.
And to solve this, or really any area maze, you don't need to be a math whiz. You just need what I like to call a detective's toolkit. And I'm about to give you the 4 essential techniques that'll turn you into an area maze master.
Here they are, your 4 secret weapons. You've got the super simple area formula, the incredibly useful prime number clue, the common sense shared boundary rule, and a neat little trick called segment math. Once you've got these down, no puzzle stands a chance.
First up, the only piece of actual math you have to know. Area equals length times breadth. That's it. Seriously, every single move we make is going to come back to this one simple idea.
Okay, now this is your best friend in these puzzles, the prime number. Why? Because if a rectangle's area is a prime number, it gives you a huge head start. Its sides can only be 1 and the number itself. It pretty much solves itself. It's the perfect place to start digging for clues.
All right, our toolkit is ready to go. Let's get back to our mystery and put these techniques to work. It's time to crack our very first case.
Remember that prime number clue we just talked about? Well, look at that top left box. The area is 13, and since 13 is a prime number, it's a no-brainer. The sides of that box have to be 1 and 13. We've just found our first solid piece of evidence. So let's just go ahead and call the short side 1 and the long side 13.
Now for our next tool, the shared boundary rule. See the rectangle with area 26? It's sitting right next to our first one, which means they share a side. And since we already figured out that shared side is 13, we can just slide that piece of info right over.
And this is where the magic happens, you see? The puzzle just starts to solve itself. We know the area is 26, and we know one side is 13. So using our area formula backwards, what's 26 divided by 13? It's 2. Boom! We've just found another dimension.
Let's keep this momentum going. We're going to use that shared boundary rule again. Look at the box with area 15. It shares a vertical side with our starting box. You know, the one with a height of 1. So boom, that 1 just drops right down.
The logic is exactly the same. If the area is 15 and one side is 1, the other side has to be, well, 15 divided by 1, which is, of course, 15. We are on a roll. We've almost figured out all the outside dimensions of the whole puzzle.
So look what we've done. We've basically cornered our suspect. Our mystery rectangle shares a side of length 2 with the box above it and a side of length 15 with the box next to it. We have its length and we have its breadth.
And now, for the big reveal. Length times breadth, that's 2 times 15, which equals 30. That's our missing area. Case closed. See? Pure logic, no scary math involved at all.
So, you've totally mastered the basics. Let's level up and add one lost tool to your kit. This one is for those trickier puzzles where the clues aren't just in the areas, but also in the lengths along the outside edges.
This is what I call segment math. Just imagine you have a line and you know the total length is 5. And you also know that one chunk of that line is 3. Finding the missing part is pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah, you just subtract. 5 minus 3 gives you 2. It's that simple. This little bit of addition and subtraction along the edges is the 4th and final key you'll need to solve even the toughest-looking area mazes out there.
So as we've seen, cracking these puzzles is not about being some kind of math genius. It's really about being a good detective, spotting the clues, knowing how your tools work, and just following the evidence, one logical step at a time.
So let's just run through that detective's toolkit one last time. First, the area formula is your bedrock. Second, always hunt for those prime numbers to get your first big break in the case. Third, use those shared boundaries to pass information from one box to the next. And fourth, use a little segment math for any tricky lengths. With these 4 tools, you can solve any area maze, because at the end of the day, it's not a math test, it's a logic puzzle.